from Bass Hole Studios in Hollywood, California. You're listening to I'm an Asshole with Doug Bass. We've all been one, so let's talk about it. Now, here's your host, Doug Bass.
He's an asshole, sir.
He's an asshole.
Hey, asshole. That's right. I'm talking to you personally. You just subscribed to the I'm an Asshole podcast. So I thank you for that. And all the other assholes that have been listening, I thank you as well. I'm your host, Doug Bass. This is the podcast where we talk all things asshole. That's right. Assholes of the week, asshole stories, asshole interviews, asshole news, everything asshole. This week we just came in top 50 in the stand-up comedy category on Apple Podcasts. So I thank all of you for subscribing and spreading the word. So keep on doing it. We appreciate it. All right, let's get to the business, shall we? Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Doug Bass Comedy. Click the bell, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, leave a comment, leave an asshole comment, leave a nice comment, just leave a comment, just do something with it, will you please? Make sure you follow us on all social media at A-Hole Podcast, at Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Patreon, Facebook, all of them. I don't know, I probably missed one, but whatever. At A-Hole Podcast. We got a great show for you today. Comedian Andy Kozel is here. Rob Darocha's here as well. Let's get to it, all right? I feel like I'm surrounded by assholes. Let's do it.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
All right, we are in the studio.
What's up, assholes?
What's up, assholes?
What's up?
Yeah, we went up the chart. We're going up. We're going up the charts.
Who's number one?
I don't even know. I didn't even look at number one because I was like, you know what? We're not number one, so I don't care.
Well, that's fair enough.
How are you guys?
Fuck
doing?
number one.
Good. Fuck number one. Exactly.
We're better than Tom Arnold. You hear that, Tom Arnold? You fucking suck.
That's not saying much. Rob, move to your right a little bit. There you go. That's perfect. There you go.
Thank you for giving me the lap dance couch.
Exactly.
Andy Kozel in the house.
Andy Kozel is here
Velvet?
in the house. That's
Long
right.
time friend. I've known this guy forever.
Yeah, we kind of started together.
I just met Andy, and I'm delighted.
But you look like, I feel like we know each other because you look familiar.
Yeah, I feel like you look familiar as well. So
well, I saw that you had Keith Coogan on.
I did have Keith Coogan on. Yeah,
so people used to call me Coogan as a nickname
Why?
in college because I looked like him when I was growing up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
And when that movie The Book of Love came out, remember that?
Yeah, I do remember.
So I did kind of look like him in college. So friends that I met in college were like Coogan, so they called me Coogan.
Coogan.
Yeah.
Coogan.
So but then a lot of people say, you look like a guy in an 80s movie. I have that 80s movie face.
You do. You look like the bad guy in an 80s movie. Right now, you look like someone like an extra from Joe Dirt. That's what you look like.
Well,
right
I don't have a car. My lease was up before the pandemic, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm not getting another one.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense now,
I just
right?
walk everywhere, and I'm like, I'm going to walk down there. Thank you for cutting off here, because I would have like
Yeah,
short
see,
time.
we're all about like making it look good on camera here, but the place really looks like shit in person. That's
It's a cool studio. I mean, although Rob won all this money on, can I say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
You can say
we
it.
can talk about
Sure.
that.
let's
Rob
talk
won
about
like $1 million on
No, 100,000.
100,000
Come
on
That's
Ulta
one
Comics.
tenth of it.
And you know what Doug won on Price is Right? 300.
Oh, you were on it too?
I was, but I didn't get it.
You'd think you'd be throwing some more money into this studio here.
Yeah, Rob.
With the 300? What? This isn't my
man.
show. It's his show. I'm helping him out. Okay,
Let's play some of Andy's videos.
Stand-up?
I have a stand-up clip.
Oh,
and
you're
then
going to do this. I
and then
didn't even
have-
know.
and then I
Wow.
have something
What
from.
an ambush.
Professional. We're doing shot too.
Oh, we want to do the shot first or shot
No,
after?
do the shot and play it.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna
Play it, and then we'll do the shot.
play it and then we'll do the shot.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we're gonna play the first
So
one.
we can
here.
listen
All right,
to it
Listen in. All right.
Social media is ruining everything, isn't it? Everybody in your selfies. How many you take today? 10, right? Fuck, dude. You know how ridiculous a selfie is if you really think about it? If you really, like 20 years ago, before the internet, if you woke up every morning and you took Polaroids of your face and your boobs and your food, and you put them in a bunch of envelopes and send them to thousands of your friends every morning. Jenny's fucking crazy. Did you get that envelope too? I'm like, no, she sent 20 pictures of her face. Did she get kidnapped as a proof of life? Is she all right? No, she included 20 pictures of her food too. What, she went to a nice restaurant? She's bragging? No, like food anybody can make. like salmon and quinoa and butternut squash. You guys love writing that shit, don't you? Butternut squash and salmon, 10 minutes. Go me. It's like, well, shut the fuck up. Yes, chef, you're a receptionist.
Ooh, a little dig on the receptionist at the end, huh?
Oh, nice.
You.
That's good stuff.
That was an asshole move right there.
That was good.
To get out of that joke. Fucking receptionist. Yeah, but that's what people are doing too. It's like you, even when you do, that's an old joke, but it's like baked chicken and vegetables is not fun. Anybody can do that, you know, or they're like, hey, having a night of like making food for my boyfriend.
Top ramen.
Yeah, just like it's do something that's like we don't look up a recipe or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
That is funny though. Yeah, like I love
So easy to make
the social
chicken.
media thing is great. It's just because like, yeah, what if someone was sending like the
And Judd Apatow stole that bit from me. Can you believe that?
Did he?
Yeah.
In
Did
what? In a stand-up?
Yeah.
Really?
No, wait. So you have the date and everything of yours, and
Well, he would always come in when he was starting, and I was always at the Improv, and then he took a bunch of people's. I mean, I guess I'll be on
Wow.
record. Fuck it.
really?
Well, I mean, he did a special within 2 months,
That is true. I mean,
and then everyone called me like, "Dude, he's kind of did it verbatim." I'm like, because I mean, who knows? Maybe he didn't. Maybe he just wrote it, but like,
No,
but it was very, very verbatim
That's
the way he did it.
Fucking bullshit.
But then a lot of people wrote me. They're going, "Dude, he took mine too. He took mine." I mean, I don't.
I remember seeing him like at the store, like prepping for that special, and just like on stage with like tons of like notes and notebooks and
Yeah.
shit. And,
I mean, who knows? I mean, but I mean, you can't do a special in 2 months.
especially he hasn't.
I thought he was doing stand up for a while though, and then I thought he was doing like some of his old jokes and like
I'm gonna
I don't
go-
know because he was always a stand up.
Well, he would do our show with Mark. That's why I would say that. And I would
And
always,
I did his show with him,
I would
too.
always go before him.
I never saw a stand up special, but I didn't even know that. That sucks. 'Cause
And also, too, fuck it. If I'm blacklisted, who cares? The fucking pandemic.
Hey,
there's
you
no,
know what?
There's
If-
no rules
if-
anymore anyway.
If he listens to this or
Yeah.
watches this, that's not bad.
all publicity.
I didn't even know that. What other people
No,
like?
I don't want to say it, but I mean a bunch.
Yeah. Well, that fucking sucks.
Even for their TV show, that show You.
No
Oh,
shit.
Or not You, but Love.
Love.
They took a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
stand-up bits from people and
That's crazy.
made them into...
Kind of like the Family Guy. I've heard that.
Well,
about Conan
I'm
O'Brien.
just coming out of the gates fucking ruining my career.
Yeah, we are.
It doesn't fucking matter.
I don't
First
give
of
a
all,
shit.
Judd Apatow doesn't listen to this podcast. And
doesn't?
You should. He doesn't.
he might now that it's ahead of
Well,
time.
I
Arnold.
hope so. Hey, Judd, you fucking stole a joke, you fucking prick.
Oh my god.
I thought he was a nice guy, but oh well.
I don't know. Now, Andy, you're from Chicago area?
No, yeah, like an hour and a half outside Chicago.
Okay, cool.
Really kind of white trashy town.
So shout out to your
called
hometown.
Peru, Illinois.
Look at
The
the way
home-
he's
the home-
Peru, Illinois.
Look
the
at the way
home-
he's dressed too. By the way,
The home
White
of the-
trashy town.
The home of the QAnon fucking
Oh yeah.
army that I
Peru, Illinois
that I-
sounds exotic.
that I found out, on Facebook. Is everybody's like, when the fuck did this happen? I feel like everyone liked Obama back then, and then now it's like this. Everyone just went fucking batshit.
Right.
And it's like I don't even go on Facebook anymore because it's just like I'll be like happy birthday and like fuck you LA lib. I'm like where'd that come from?
Oh my God,
it's like dude, it's crazy. That's why when you guys tagged me in the Facebook, I was like I don't know if I want to fucking share this.
Oh my God, there's gonna be a lot.
on Facebook. I'll do it on Instagram.
There's
but
5 people watching on
Yeah, but
Facebook or whatever.
the thing is that they'll watch this and be like, yeah, of course Andy's on there. He's a lib asshole. Yeah.
it's like I'm not even that liberal. I mean, I guess everyone I know is like in the middle. It's not like I'm not
I'm
crazy.
in the middle. I'm not.
Canceling you for fucking. I mean, I shouldn't say cancel. I mean, canceling. There's a reason why you do that, but I mean, I'm not for like at all. I
So
guess.
you would say everyone from back home is QAnon now? Like they all believe in that?
According to what they're writing on my Facebook when I post it.
Do you go back to your hometown often? Do you have family?
I haven't in a year and a half.
No.
Yeah. But,
Oh man, you should film yourself when you go back to. That's a great sketch, or maybe like some reality TV.
Or I go to the bars and I was like fucking trying to fight me. Or
Yeah. No, just follow you around.
No, but
Remember
also
me?
no, but that's kind of how it is. Everyone's kind of cool back then. No one's really mad at each other because my dad died in fucking December, but all those guys were writing like, all those guys were writing like, "Hey man, sorry." I'm like, "Weren't you mad at me?" Or it's like,
Mad at me.
You're still a lib asshole.
you're still a little asshole. I'm sorry about your dad, dude.
Yeah.
But, well, because I grew up with like a lot of these guys. It's like
Right.
different classes and shit.
Oh my God, what about?
I mean, everybody was assholes too back home.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I mean
like,
I'm from North Jersey, and it's similar. Like it's close to New York City, but it's very different as far as like people's attitudes and beliefs about certain things. And it's like,
well, it's a bubble too.
exactly. Yeah.
These people live in a bubble. It's not like it's not their problem. Not their faults.
No.
What about your family? Anybody become QAnon in your family?
No, my brother's a cop and state cop in Aurora, Illinois.
So no one else.
Aurora, Illinois.
My sister lives in Burbank.
Oh yeah, she lives out here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
And I see her like,
Well-
I don't know why I see her like once a year. I don't know. I'm like, you live in Burbank.
It's like so far away.
My family's very like, we love each other, but we're very like doing our own thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you have family out here, and you hardly see them. Like I don't have any family out here, but yeah, Burbank. And do you live in Hollywood, West Hollywood? Where do you live?
He lives right by the Laugh Act.
right,
Oh,
Sunset Boulevard.
West Hollywood.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, so that's like
it's a 20-minute drive.
I know. Well, Rob, you
During
have
COVID, it's 15
Rob,
minutes.
you're from here as well, but you see your family like every
I see
week,
them,
right?
yeah, I see them like once a week.
Right.
Or I try to. Like, I mean, during COVID time, I whenever I was someplace where there was a lot of people, I just try not to visit them.
I would understand if they lived in the beach Redondo or
Yeah,
something.
but you're Latino too. Latinos have a big family.
That's true.
They love their families.
Rob, you're required to go home on Sundays.
I'm
Not really,
sorry. Yeah,
but I'm saying, like-
that's racist.
White people are kind of like, hey Kim,
yeah,
we see her at
That's
Christmas.
funny that your family, your sister lives that close and you haven't seen her in like a year.
Well, she moved.
Is she even listening to
She
this?
moved to Burbank, Rob.
Well, Amir always
That's
my
20
friend.
minutes.
Well, don't you do shows at Flappers? You could stop by.
No. Well, my friend, like Amir, he's a comic. Amir K, and like we're friends, and whenever I want to lie, like he wants to do something, I have to lie to him. Like, nah, I got lunch with my sister. He's like, I don't know if I fucking met your sister. You have no sister. This is a big fucking lie, dude.
I think I've met your sister. She came to a show.
Yeah, she came to shows.
Yeah, at the Haha, back in the Haha.
Right before the pandemic, she came to the Improv.
Is that where you guys met at the Haha?
Yeah, we
What,
met. At
you
the
met you met my sister? Are you talking about my sister? Oh,
No. No, we met at the Haha.
one of those beers.
Oh, we were at the Haha.
This is
and,
fun.
we started a show called The Young Guns of Comedy.
How old were you guys? Now Andy, you started
I
like in
think
when
I
you were
was
20,
16.
20s stand up?
Yeah, like 25 maybe.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was like 16.
You were 16. You didn't
Yeah.
start that early.
No, I wish. I wish I did. I think I was like 28 maybe or something like that. Yeah, we started a show there. We ran a good show at the Haha for like a year.
Yeah.
We had a lot of great stuff happened, and
I worked there for like 6 years, and now I'm banned.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you still banned?
Is that the story you were telling me where you were making fun of the motif and the decorations on the walls?
Remember
and
the
stuff?
decorations on the wall, like Lachlan Patterson. I was telling him a story one time.
Oh,
where,
okay, yeah.
Like we did the open mic, and then like we were making fun of it, like going like hey, remember like he would have like rock stars like the Jimi Hendrix, like nothing to do with
Non-comics, just
non-comics.
Hollywood. Like
Well,
kinda icons.
because it used to be a karaoke
Yeah,
joint.
exactly. No, I told him that too. It was
Yeah.
a karaoke bar, but I used to laugh at it because it was known as a comedy club, but it had nothing to do with comedy. So
Right.
like the Doors. So we would be like,
So you got yelled at.
yeah, I got yelled at because I would make a joke, or like Lachlan would do the joke too. Was like we'd point at the like, yeah, remember the Beatles? They had a great comedy album, like Marilyn Monroe. She had a great comedy special on
Yeah.
HBO, and it was just that
She
kind of.
did that bit when her skirt
Yeah,
blew up in the air
yeah.
and everyone
And so-
saw her ass.
And then people would laugh at the open mic, and then Jack like one time ran after us. And it's like, listen,
Yelled
buddy, no, like
ran after you.
yeah, ran after us outside. Like ran after us. It's like you cannot make fun of the club. Don't make fun of the club. It's not nice. It's not.
But it was such a great time though, because it was like this third or fourth club that was like not the big ones, but it was great. It was packed every fucking time.
Remember the Braveheart one? Remember?
Yeah.
You always
That
told
is
the story.
that is one of the places I think I did my first open mic in LA.
And a lot of us fucking came up there. A lot of famous people came up there, and I worked there too, and bartended, and it was fucking like boogie nights. We were having sex with the
Now, did
waitresses, doing drugs.
Did
It
you
was
say
fucking
you're
awesome, dude?
banned from there?
Yeah.
Why are you banned from there?
Because
You can't go into it.
Yeah.
All right. See, that's the story we want. That's the asshole story we want.
No,
I'm kidding.
No,
Well, because then I want to be like,
you're not,
I
you're
know,
not bringing
yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah.
Can I just say it? I mean, it's just simple.
Don't-
It's very
you don't have to-
simple. I mean, I don't
don't
know
know
exactly what happened.
Other than Judd
I
Apatow
ended up-
stealing your material, you don't have to.
I dated the daughter for 4 years, and then we broke up. She got married, and then they just said, you can't come back anymore.
Oh wow.
So,
Yeah, that's
Well, that's
I don't
it,
think
yeah.
that's a bad thing.
It's
That's
not a bad
the
thing.
truth.
No. So don't date the comedy.
and I was a
club
really
owner.
nice guy. I wasn't even an asshole.
That is
Yeah, and
kind
she
of
was still cool with you, right?
Yeah, I guess it was the husband.
That is
that's-
weird. It's like all right. So people date. It doesn't work out. It's like they're gonna ban you from the club.
No, they banned a lot of people. I
yeah.
got banned because I was doing the show at Howl at the Moon, and Leo Flowers made a flyer that was the same people that they use for flyers. So then he wanted to talk to me one time, and then he told me that I was banned because I used the same flyers, and I'm like, I didn't even know. I don't know. I didn't
So
care.
much politics. Jesus.
But it was a good. I don't want to bash him because it was a good. It was
I'm not
great.
bashing
They,
them.
no,
I'm just telling
I
the
know.
truth.
But I'm saying they let us do whatever we wanted.
Right.
They gave us a fucking show if we wanted.
It's
we
great,
did like
yeah.
it was awesome.
It's a good place.
It was very good
to hone
thing
your
for
craft. Yeah.
Yeah, like you could just hang out there and fucking. It was awesome.
Yeah, remember Damon Wayans would come in and just fucking suck the life out of the
Just
room.
destroy
What,
the
really?
whole crowd.
He would suck the life out of the. They would let him do whatever he wants, and he would go up there and do like. And if he wanted to kill, he probably could.
You do 2 hours.
But he would do like 45 minutes to an hour, and he would say like he likes to make the room feel uncomfortable, and that was like the thing.
Right.
So like he would just suck the life out of the room, and it would be like an hour and a half long show, but then it would become a 3 hour long. It was like a marathon because he would do an hour, and then other comics still had to go up.
Yeah, and he would do because we had the Monday night show, and we would get a good crowd because you'd have all these young guys
On a Monday,
and
that's
girls
great,
that would
yeah.
come in, comics. that
Adam
would-
Devine, he used to do. that.
yeah, and they would bring like all their friends because you're new,
Right.
So you'd pack it out. It was awesome, and we had like these big time comics, they sniff out a good crowd on the weekdays.
Right.
So he's like, oh, those ha-has fucking 100 people. Like, I'm going to go in there. And you'd be like, oh my God. And then when you're young,
Yeah,
like, Damon Wayne's doing my fucking show. Holy shit. Do whatever you want. And he gets up there and he would think that like he would just do fucking 15 minutes and be like, here you go, kids. He's like, nah, I'm going to take your crowd and I'm going to fucking stomp it in the ground. And for
yeah.
about an hour and a half, and you're like, where the whole crowd walks and you don't even see your friend. And then once the crowd leaves, he goes, later.
Don't you,
it's
think
like,
that's fucked up though?
it's bullshit, dude.
Oh, it
I
was
mean-
so fucked up.
I mean, look, I get it. Like you're a big comic, you're a celebrity. Like I don't know. Like
Comedians are fucking assholes.
They're assholes. Yeah,
He
yeah,
was-
they are.
he
That's
was
why
there-
we have the show. But
Yeah,
it's like,
comedians are fucking assholes. They're fucking narcissistic pieces of shit. And I am somewhat narcissistic in my own right, but I'm kind of a nice
we
guy.
all are as comics.
But there's like
it's-
just like a whole thing of these motherfuckers that are just like,
right.
I'm
I
fucking
just-
better than anybody else in the world. And
I
so-
got a story where you were there that night. Obviously, it was like a haha story, but it was our last show that we were doing there, and we had like a packed house. And Damon Wayans shows up, and after that, after like the 10th time he's come to one of our shows, the mystique has worn off already.
Yeah.
Right.
I was scared to talk to him. Everybody did not want him to go up on stage and ruin the show because it was like it was a packed house. People had brought people, like we did like some comics here and there that brought people, whatever.
Yeah.
And fucking I go up to him and I just like try to timid as fuck too, like just telling him, I'm like, please, I'm just wondering, Mr. Wayans. I was wondering like,
Mr. Wayans.
yeah, I said, Mr. Wayans, I know you're gonna go.
When you
up.
say Mr. Wayans,
Yeah.
you have to be like, which one?
No, but I just Mr. Wayans, Mr. Damon Wayans, whatever it was. I was scared. I was like 28 years old. I'm like fucking. I tell him, I'm like, hey, I'm just wondering if maybe tonight you can do a little bit less time.
Wow.
The
balls on
than
you.
you usually do, right? And I was just doing this for the comics that were there, like Kyle Irby. Like I'm just throwing out names, Dave Lease, you, fucking everybody. And I just said like, hey, could you do just a little bit less time? He got so mad at me. He like gave me the Heisman where he just like he's like, you own this club? First of all, he asked me if I own the club. I'm like, no. He's like, then why are you telling me how much time I can do? Whatever. This and that. Then he goes up on stage, makes fun of me, but doesn't even know my name, so it doesn't even go by name. And then says like, man, would you tell Jim Carrey? Goes up, does a good set actually, does only 20 minutes because fucking I asked him.
Right.
And he fucking only did 20 minutes and left, but like he fucking crushed it. And
Well, it worked.
But that's interesting because it's like, I mean,
and then from that, I got yelled at by Jack, saying like, you don't tell that to
Again,
Damon
yeah,
Wayans.
yeah.
Like, you don't say that to Damon Wayans. Damon Wayans can do whatever. He's a celebrity. He can do whatever he wants. I'm like, yeah, but I have all these other comics. And that's what I told him too. I said, there's all these comics on the show. He's like, who are they? He's like, why do we need to put them on? And it's like,
Yeah, but we would run shows at the Improv later, and then it's like, big time dudes would come in like Chris Rock and shit, and they wouldn't want to ruin your show. They would do 15 minutes and get off.
Yeah, they would do
Speaking
15
of like
minutes.
in living color, like I remember like my one of my first jobs at like 17, I worked at Rascals Comedy Club in West Orange, New Jersey, as a doorman, seating people or whatever. And I remember Tommy Davidson was on the bill that night, and I was excited to see him. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great, And I remember him doing he did an hour, and then he did 45 more minutes, and like the crowd just started leaving. Like it was a great show at the hour, and then it was just like, wow, he just ruined his show. I was like people left, like 20 people left,
And they walk, and it's like, they're taking the water out
But it
of the
was
towel.
like it was
I don't
interesting.
get that,
I don't get that either. It's
but
just like
you're like saying that most comics are assholes, but,
But I'm saying it's like that deep narcissism shit where it's like, I don't care a fuck about anybody but me.
But it's
Deep down.
it's like even him at that level, like Tommy, like at that time, it's like you're gonna have another show the next night.
Well, that's the thing. It's like why are you doing
wasting
this?
your time? Yeah, why exactly?
Or actually, and this is Hollywood. Like, why are you coming to the haha? You know, why are you coming to fucking fuck up our show? Go to the Comedy Store or the Improv. You can walk right on to an awesome crowd.
Or
like,
just
if anything, take these young comics under your wing. And be like, you know, I'm gonna do 20 minutes. And then, you know, I'm going to give the room back to you guys. You guys are working on your show.
You always hear stories about like I don't give a fuck because I don't know who's listening and if he is like Dane Cook,
if he is,
yeah, whatever. He would go to a show that's like at a JFL like showcase, which is like a big thing just for laughs.
JFL, yeah.
He would go to the showcase and do time before the showcase and do like a fucking hour. Like and it's like, why are you doing that? Like that's such a fucked up thing to do, especially when you got comics that are up and coming, that are trying to go up on stage, that are nervous as fuck, and he's there to ruin it. And it's
almost like a clubhouse rooms.
It's almost like a weird power move. Yeah, it's like a weird power move where they're like, you know, fucking know your place, you kids. And it's like, yeah, but fuck you, dude.
Yeah, no,
you know, you're such a petty fuckhead.
And you guys have been. I mean, I'm only like 5 years in.
Really, that's it. I've been in it too long. I've been. Like
I dabbled in it when I was like 21, and then I did like Groundlings and sketch and all that stuff for like 7 years, and then I came back to stand up. So like, I'm like, you know, I'm not in it as much as you guys, but you know, I know the world.
I mean, nobody's in it right now.
No, yeah, exactly.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
You were saying the last show you did, Andy, was a year ago. You said.
Yeah, I haven't even done one. Like, there's some shows popping up, and I'm like, I haven't done one yet.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. It's like. Yeah, I haven't either, and it's odd.
It's nerve-wracking to go back.
It's like
it's rusty, man.
I'm doing a show in Florida like the end of May, and I'm like, all right, I need to start preparing for that now.
It's like the Wild West down there.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't even know what my set is anymore at this point. So it's like going.
I had to do 20 minutes in San Diego.
Yeah, how was that?
And
show?
then it was good. I just like. I was going through my Rolodex of jokes, and like I went up there with like notes. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But like I wanted to try new jokes because I don't want to just do the same shit that I was doing before the pandemic. And we got to like address what just fucking happened.
Yeah.
That's true. But then you also don't want to do like all COVID material because everyone's gonna be doing it.
Yeah,
exactly. It's like, what's your take?
Yeah,
on
a whole
it?
year of writing shit down. You know,
But
like,
I was like going through my Rolodex of jokes, and I was doing jokes that I hadn't done in fucking years. And it was like even before COVID, like. And it was like, and I did my 20 minutes. I was happy I did it, but I won't say I crushed, but I had a good set. Right. But it wasn't fucking.
I did a few Zoom shows, which I
got paid $500 to do a Zoom show.
Really? You know what? I've made more doing stand up during the pandemic.
$600?
No, well, I have a $600 show coming up at the end of April, but I've made more during doing stand up during this pandemic than
all I did was fucking beat off and watch TV.
No, but that's what's odd. But you do these Zoom shows, and it's like it's kind of like doing this almost. It's like talking stories, a joke here and there, and then like,
there's a way to do a Zoom.
Yeah,
and that's why I was saying it, because I wrote a lot of material for like this one Zoom. I mean, maybe like 5-10 minutes, which is a lot of material, and then you kind of see how it works, and it kind of doesn't really. And then you figure out that like, oh, it's about telling stories.
Yeah, and the weirdest Zoom show I did, it wasn't even like, you know how some of these like you can see the actual audience and interact with them a little bit. I did one where it was like via remote. It was like through a Vimeo or whatever, and like you couldn't see the audience, but like they could message you on chat.
Okay.
So it was like literally like if no one was here, I'm performing to this camera, doing my set, and then someone would be like, ha ha ha. And I'd be like, "Oh, thank you." Like, and it was like there wasn't even like. It was
but
weird.
also too, that's the fucking world now, man. It's like even before pandemic, you like this TikTok world we're in, where it's like, there was an old fucking like joke that people would do as a fucking stock joke. You'd be like, hey, I'm right here. It's not TV. I can see you.
Right.
Where like you would get shows at the Improv of these kids that are like 21, just like. They didn't even clap for a performer. You'd get up there, just standing there staring at you. I'm like,
that's true.
What the fuck, man? Like, give me some energy. They're like, what? They just don't know any better.
They don't know any better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
And it's going to be worse coming out of this. It's like people are just going to be like used to Zoom and.
I don't think so. Zoom fucking sucks.
Well, the younger generation might be like the same.
I don't think so either. I hope not. I don't know. Let's get into this fucking asshole.
I love how you both go.
I don't know. Yeah, fuck it.
Let's get into this asshole story.
This is the asshole podcast. So, Andy, when people come on this show, do you have an asshole story? It can be.
I had a bunch of them.
It can be an isolated incident, a certain chunk of time in your life. Maybe you're one now and you're dealing with it.
Well, when I was thinking about this, I called my friend Mike, who's one of my oldest friends, and we used to hate each other growing up. And he was kind of like, we were all cool kids in high school and shit, and like he was But he, he has that one friend who's a bully too. So that was Mike. And he was fucking, an asshole to everyone. And like, so I hated him at 6th grade before we, when we came from different schools to junior high. And we never got along. And then one day he moved like a block from me. And he's like, hey man, you want to walk to school together? So then we became friends. But there's still that we'd always give each other shit and fuck with each other. So like, in junior high when you're little in small town Illinois, during the winter there's sledding hills and the plastic sleds and shit, and everyone goes and these are some epic hills too, and they go far, and then we live in a wooded area where there was one called like a toboggan or whatever, and it would go down and it was like had walls, like a trench, so you'd go down and it was perfect, so you'd go up the hill like that and you would come swing around like a bobsled, Right, yeah. And it would go down and like it was really scary and really steep, and like the older kids would do it. And we would have those circular sleds, there was the long ones, and then the fucking Clark Griswold ones, and but they were plastic. And I remember you kept going faster and faster. And I remember Mike, he goes, "Okay, I'm gonna do this one blindfold now," and you would just push yourself because you would get so fast. And I remember he put his ski mask over his thing, and I ran so hard and fucking pushed him. And he went down that thing, and I remember, I can still fucking see this. He went down so fast, and he hit the bank, and there was a tree, and he spun around, and he stopped cold with his back against the tree. He went boom, and he was just laying there dead. And I remember there was a bunch of kids, and we ran down there going, holy shit. And I fucking remember the fear of seeing him hit and just like that, going like, I fucking killed him. I killed him. And everyone was looking at me like, you killed him. And running down there, and I remember he was going, kids do that where they're going, fuck, help. And like, we're like, holy shit, okay? And it wasn't then after you knew he was alive, it was that fear of like, oh my God, my parents, his parents, like that fucking dread. And then where we lived, you would have to fucking walk home, and it was in the woods. So I remember it was like the Revenant, where like we put him on a sled. And we dragged him down the streets because he was fucking hurt.
Wait, were you laughing?
No, we were scared. Like we were like,
But was anything like broken? Did you know?
No,
like, he was paralyzed.
We were tough kids, and
No, he's paralyzed.
Well, if you're
he died.
No, but because like if he's not moving or if something's broken, like I don't know.
Well, there's always that thing in the kid's mind is like
you don't know.
Everything is fine too.
Yeah. You don't know.
Back of your head, like no one's like if someone really died in front of a kid, you're like, that's huge. Or you see in the news like kid dies from sledding, like right. You get hurt and it's like you fucking.
What was going through your mind to be able to like you just were just being a dick, right?
Yeah, you just have those impulses when you're a kid, like you're just like.
Well, you don't think anything. It's like you don't think about the bad things that might happen. Your initial thought is like, this is gonna be funny. This is gonna be funny and awesome. But you don't think like, well, he could land in like a fucking tree and break
was I molested or something? Or did some fucking babysitter touch me? Like, why did I have that impulse to like fucking fuck this guy?
Oh my God, dude, that is that's like the Macaulay Culkin movie, The Good Son or whatever. That's a
yeah. But otherwise, I was somewhat good. Yeah. But then get this later in life.
Almost committed murder.
But later in life, Mike we'd always go back and forth. So one time in I think it was high school where one of the kids like his parents would leave and he had a fucking hot tub and shit and he had that cool ass house and everyone kind of used him for the house,
Yeah.
And because he was a cool guy, but I guess everyone would go over there and the parents were fucking assholes, but they're really sexual and they have girls over,
Oh.
So I remember there's one, but the parents were gone for like a week, so we would just go there on like a Monday or Tuesday. Just the guys and like hang out, try to play poker and shit. And I remember coming after like baseball practice, and they're like, come over after practice. Like we're all gonna hang out in the hot tub, and, like play poker and like drink fucking the liquor in the house.
Right.
And I remember there was this in his cupboard they were talking about this right when I got there. Like it was like a pipette, like a pipette thing for like fucking stevia or whatever. But I remember it said on there like the hottest shit in the world. It's like the hot like. The Scoville fucking a billion, where I was like,
sign a waiver.
And on the back it said like one drop in a huge pot of chili is going to fucking destroy you. So I remember us talking about that because I knew what it was. And I'm going to take a shower. So I went upstairs in the shower and I remember, oh my God, fucking taking a shower. And when the water's over, I just felt something warm all over me. And I went like this and it was like all like like brown, and I'm like, what the fuck?
No.
And I was like this, and he was going like this over the shower, and it all went into my fucking eyes, and it went all down into my dick hole. And I remember screaming, and I couldn't breathe because it was like pepper gas, and I was going, oh fuck, and they got so scared too that they thought, I'm gonna fucking kill you, like I'm dying, and I fell, I fell on the fucking. Like on the bottom of the, all the water was getting in my eyes, my mouth.
Like you were raped? Like after a rape?
And they were like, dude, are you okay? And they were like trying to help me. I'm like, what the fuck, I can't breathe. I thought I was dying. They almost called the ambulance. And then finally, after like an hour, it kind of subsided. But I remember it was in my dick hole, and it hurt so bad. And they go, well, let's go in the hot tub. It'll feel better.
No.
Dude.
No.
Because I text Mike, I go, what is some stories? He goes, dude, when you went in the hot tub after that Scoville shit. And I mean, I was like, woo! Like, fucking crazy, dude. That motherfucker. He's one of my best friends, but then...
You guys are evil too. You
That's
guys
like
almost,
the worst. Yeah,
you guys
like
almost tried to kill each other.
One more.
There was that one time I stabbed Mike.
When we went to junior college, and it was in my town too. And so it might have been senior year. We were seniors, and we went to Walmart to get some shit. And I remember we were walking around, fucking maybe we were high or drunk or whatever, and we went in the toy section. You kind of just walk around with your friends.
Right.
And remember those? It was called Brain Ball. I'll never forget it. And it was like kind of a Nerf ball, but it was like clear. But in the inside, it was a brain, but the brain was plastic. You know what I'm saying? So it bounced, but it was kind of not like a Nerf, but it was like fucking kind of heavy and shit.
I think I remember that.
So I remember like looking at some shit, and he goes, Andy, and I turn around, and he goes, and Mike, he's known as the guy with the best aim in the world. So like just dumb,
Hawkeye?
Some dickhead, he could throw it around his back and like go in a fucking hoop, and just dumb luck. And he went fucking through it, his absolute hardest, quarterback guy, and like fucking smashed me right in the dick. And I remember going, oh, and I was so mad that I was like, you fucking asshole. And I grabbed this, I remember it was a ray gun, this plastic ray gun. And I went to fucking, when you're so pissed off, you have no release point. So like I just wound up like, you fucking ass. He goes, ah. And I had no release point, and I just smashed it on the ground. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like instead of hitting him. So, but the kid in our school, I won't say his name, but he was one of the most quietest kids in school that worked at Walmart, was just walking around the corner. So it looked like Andy Kozel took a fucking ray gun and just smashed it on the ground. And he goes, what the fuck? And I go, ah, we all ran out. We were so scared.
Isn't that strange? Yeah, isn't it? Oh, that's crazy.
So I bet that kid's telling a story like, dude, one time, fucking Andy Kozel's crazy. I was walking around working at Walmart, and he just took a ray gun and just disintegrated on the ground. For no reason.
Oh my God. Isn't it the worst? Like, I feel like some of like best friends, like you just like take advantage of, like you'd hit people in the balls or throw things at people. Like,
yeah. And it's
like, I don't understand. Like we used to do like I remember in like middle school, like in the cafeteria, like, you'd go get your lunch or whatever.
What was
like
the guy's name with the ray gun?
What do you mean?
What was the name?
Ray. No.
Mike.
The guy that worked at Walmart.
I'm not gonna say
he doesn't want to say his
Why?
name.
because he was a quiet, like, not a
leave him alone.
All right.
Yeah,
It's just
real nice guy, but he's a family now. It's fucking like,
it's weird how
call
like
motherfuckers out. That's real. Like, you're an asshole, dude.
when you're in like
Fuck.
He's not a bad guy in the story. It's like, who cares?
when you're in like junior high or whatever, it's like I feel like you like the stupidest things like crack you up. Like I remember like my friends and I, like someone would go get their lunch at the cafeteria line. We already had ours, and then like we would all take our drinks or food and like pour it on their seat, and then they'd come back and they'd sit on it. And we'd all be like,
Yeah,
like, and it's just like that.
like
Now
mean
his
as fuck.
pants are ruined.
It's mean as fuck.
And like we're his best friend, and we just did that
Yeah,
to him. And it's like,
and,
what the
and
fuck
Jeff's my other friend, and we were in Jeff's basement one time. And remember when stuffed crust pizza came out? That was such a big thing, like my senior year. And so we would get it, and we'd sit in Jeff's basement and stuff like that. And I remember Bragg and I had these fucking these new Nikes or whatever. And I was like, Jordan's shoes weren't big back then; they were like athletic shoes we loved, And I remember leaving after we ate the pizza. I remember watching Pulp Fiction that night; it just came out, and on video. And I remember going to put my shoes in and I remember Pizza Hut has that robust sauce with the fucking tomatoes. He put a whole fucking tomato in my fucking new shoes, and I fucking went ballistic, dude. And I was so to this day he texted me, remember that robust sauce in your shoe? Like, fuck, dude. I was so mad. I remember fucking just walking out. They're like, dude, come on. I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Ruining my shoes.
That's what I mean. It's like, ruining like clothes that your parents
it's
bought.
ruining shoes.
Well,
Like
just
a
like,
big deal.
this
in the
shit costs
80s
money.
And 90s.
Yeah.
You just step. I mean, there's Spike Lee, Do the Right Thing. It's a whole fucking scene about just someone stepping on someone's Jordans.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh my God, I would flip the fuck out too. Because I grew up in a family where like I had like Guess jeans, or like I remember Guess jeans were like a fucking big deal, and I spent my own money to buy them because my mom would not buy them for me because I think they were like $60 or $70. So I will not buy, like
Yeah, dude. Guess jeans were huge.
yeah. I wanted the overalls,
But kids did that. Like the kid that showed up at school with like the new pump sneakers. Like,
yeah, and then right away,
and it was
every
like,
kid would
wow,
step
like your
on it.
parent. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, oh fuck, I just like you knew like those were the first day that the kid wore them.
yeah.
And someone would step on his feet accidentally.
Not
It's
someone, everybody.
No, yeah, I mean-
that's the way it was in my school.
I remember my mom got me Guess jeans because we wanted Guess jeans so bad that on the butt it was like the green was for the guy and the red was for the girl. And I remember 7th fucking grade, dude. I've told this story on multiple podcasts where fucking I want them so bad. And she's like, I get you Guess jeans, and they were like kind of like stonewashed, but they're in style. And I remember fucking wearing them. And just people behind me as I'm sitting there, like, we're laughing, going like this, going, what? They go, you're wearing fucking girl jeans. And I go, what are you talking about? It's got the red triangle. And I remember all day getting fucking made fun of in 7th grade, going home and fucking yelling at my mom, like, what the fuck? You got me girl jeans? She's like, I got it from a garage sale.
Oh my
Like,
God.
she had no idea either. Fucking my mom, dude.
But that's what's crazy. It's like, there were certain things that were like I remember I think I rode like a girl's bike for like a year. Like,
Yeah.
it was like oh my God, your bike, like the bike has the bar that goes down.
Which
that's
is
a
more-
girl's bike,
which is more-
which makes more sense for
Yeah.
a boy because it's like you'd fall off the bike, at least you had like space.
But also,
to,
that's
like,
kind of, we shouldn't say that because I've heard stories of girls, falling hard and shit and like really fucking.
Yeah,
themselves
I
out.
have too. Yeah.
Why should anybody have the bar?
Why? Yeah. Why is that? Yeah. Why is that a choice that
Maybe
the
it's a-
bicycle manufacturers
Because it's
decide?
not a structural thing. Yeah, 'cause
It's like, we have to make a difference between a female and a male bike. So one's gonna have a bar that's lower for some.
dude, in junior high, we had fucking industrial arts for guys, and the girls had home ec. Can you believe that shit? In 1990.
I had home ec in middle school, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Home ec?
Did you have
so
home ec?
crazy. And the girls would have to go up and learn girl shit, and guys did guy shit. You know?
Well, everyone had to take home ec. It was boys.
Yeah, that does not fly now.
No.
basically. You
No,
gotta-
I know. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. It's fucking insane that they had that.
It's so funny that you tell that story because I love stories like that where kids are just so ruthless. Like they're just mean. Like I remember one time I wore cologne in 8th grade for like the first time. My mom was like, "Hey, wear some cologne." It was Armis or whatever.
Armis.
Armis, yeah.
What the fuck is
What
Armis?
is that?
It's very.
You're telling us like we know what Armis
He grew up
is.
in LA, so it's like Rite Aid shit. Yeah.
I've never heard of that before ever. Armis.
Armis. I'm gonna go look that up now. I might buy that.
Armis, the smell of the valley.
Yeah, fashion is
a
cyclical.
lot of people in Glendale wore it, like a lot of Armenians.
Yeah. Armis, the smell of Whittier Boulevard in NoHo.
Exactly, Whitsett and
Whitsett.
Whitsett and Burbank. No, I wore it one time at school. It was private school, 8th grade, and I got made fun of the entire day. Like everybody's like they could smell me.
Where can you get it?
No, they were just making fun of me, just saying like because I was wearing cologne and like no one wore cologne in the 8th grade.
You're such a
like an
lady
adult.
killer.
Right, yeah, exactly. No, but I wasn't a lady killer. Everyone made fun of me the entire. I still remember it to my bones. Like I just felt like awful because everybody was just like you wearing.
Can you still get some of this Armis? Do you wear it now?
No, I cannot.
Well, I thought boxers were like when you would get boxers because we had a Value City. You guys ever have Value City out here?
No.
Value City?
It's like it was like a fucking Marshalls.
swap meets.
Like a Marshalls in the fucking like. You can actually
I
get
always
furniture
love
and shit.
everyone's like hometown.
It's
We
like-
had a food store called Food Town.
Yeah.
That was our
So you get any kind of clothes.
town
or-
of food. I'm going to go there.
They had skid.
What's
Remember
that place about? Food.
food? You know, like skids. Remember that that brand and all that. They had all that shit. So I remember getting boxers in 7th grade and 8th grade, like because people were getting boxers, and I didn't know that you just wear the boxers. You know, I had Bullwinkle ones and all that shit because
You were
they had Joe boxers back then, and all stuff,
yeah.
and you always had your fucking whitey tighties. So I remember wearing them. Because you had baggy like fucking pants anyway.
Right.
But that
So-
was a big deal. I remember doing
So you would
that
wear
too,
them over your underwear.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you would have your underwear on, and I remember putting the boxers over my underwear and then my jeans, and doing that for about a year until fucking someone saw me and like.
Yeah, I do remember.
What are you doing?
I do remember the transition from tighty whities to being like, now I'm gonna get boxers. Like, yeah, like I think it was like 7th or 8th grade or something like that. And it was like, it was a big deal. It was like,
It
oh
was.
my-
It is a big
It was
deal.
like, wow, like this is a whole new feel. I don't know exactly what's going on.
I remember I bought silk boxers.
Oh, that's dangerous at that age.
yeah, I know. It's stupid. It was
that was
so
the thing.
stupid.
That was like
I ruined them.
I have to go. I have to leave now and jerk off immediately into these boxer shorts.
No, they had a hole later on.
Yeah.
And they were just so ruined.
I did have silk boxers as well, and I remember just like being
That's
like,
it's a horrible.
it's dangerous.
idea.
It was like I'm just gonna jerk off.
Well, because when you're a kid, you want the fucking bullshit in the '80s movies that like Michael
Yeah,
Douglas
yeah.
is doing.
Yeah.
You want the waterbed. My friend had a waterbed. I go, Mom, can I have a waterbed? She's like, you ain't get a fucking waterbed. And like,
Yeah,
my
everyone
friend,
had a waterbed.
Yeah,
I
it's
had a
like,
friend that had a waterbed, and I thought it was the coolest fucking thing
do they
ever.
make waterbeds anymore?
No, they don't. But like back in like '93.
Oh, we have a call coming in. Let's see. who this is.
Oh, we have.
Hi, you're on the Asshole Podcast. Who's this?
Oh, hey, this is Ray.
Ray. How are you?
Yeah, hey, how's it going? Is it live?
We are live.
Yeah, you're on, man.
Yeah. How you doing?
Oh, man. Hey, good. What's up, man?
Where are you calling from?
I actually own a ray gun store and trying to see if I could...
Ray, who owns a ray gun store. That's. Did you come up with that yourself, sir?
So many of you guys, I gotta...
How is the ray gun business these days?
Are you upset with Andy breaking a ray gun?
During
It was a mock
during
one.
COVID, it was a little slow, but it's picking up.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad small businesses.
You should be sponsored by
Yeah.
Ray's
if
Ray Guns.
you want to sponsor us, drop me an email. Yeah.
It's not a small business.
Oh, it's not. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's a big
It's a
business.
big. It's a big business.
Oh wow, he was insulted.
Rob is sweating. Rob is dying.
I know.
In the studio. We don't.
It's hot in
We don't have air conditioner here. It's only March.
I'm
and
quite
it's still-
I'm quite comfortable. That's why I wear my sleeveless
I'll
shirt.
have the
I should've worn a
fans for next time.
sleeveless shirt.
All right. So Ray, what's going on, man? Do you have a question for Comedian Andy?
No, I don't even know who Andy is. How's it going, Andy?
You should know who it is.
He sounds like my
Have you
friend-
been watching the
he
whole
sounds-
show?
He sounds like my friend Todd, who's in a fucking asshole.
You had 40 minutes to find out who Andy was. I think we covered who Andy was pretty well for 40
CJ,
minutes.
CJ,
It really-
you ruined the phone call.
It sounds like my friend Todd.
CJ is the
All my
only
friends-
caller that
all
calls
my friends
in.
are fucking assholes.
Where's the horn?
Yeah, where's the horn? There you go.
Oh.
Him and his horn.
All right. I'm in.
He doesn't even sound like a real person with that horn. When that horn comes out, it's just like, I don't know.
Hey-o.
Hey, what's up? Hey.
I told them to listen to the podcast, and like I'm
He's
like,
on
yeah.
Clubhouse as
I'm
well.
gonna call
He's
in-
the only one on Clubhouse listening.
I'm gonna call in and be
Oh,
the
we're
guy.
on Clubhouse?
Yeah, we are on
Oh,
Clubhouse.
sweet.
I'm gonna call in and be the guy from the ray gun,
Oh,
like
no,
from the
Clubhouse?
store. From the store, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted his name.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
he calls, and he says his name's Ray Gun.
My name's Ray Gunn.
That was good.
Gunn.
Good callback.
That's a nice name.
That's a nice name.
I
Yeah.
actually have an asshole story, I think.
All right.
You
Well,
think?
why don't you save it till when you come in for the show? CJ.
Okay, I can do that. Wow, that's your asshole story that you just cut me off. All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I can't compete. Yeah, I can't compete with the horn and everything. There you go. Well, no, we want to have you in as a guest, but you keep calling in, but you won't come into the.
Do you live in
studio.
LA?
He does. He lives down the street.
Yeah, I live down the street.
All right. Well,
well, thanks for calling in, man.
yeah. Thank you.
Good- good
CJ.
try.
Hey, good video by the way this week. I like
really
the I like the
tried.
video. I like the video.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll do one with the horn next time.
All right. Enough with the horn. All right. Goodbye.
All right.
I told him
I
to
love
call
that this
in
is live.
to listen.
Every week he calls
He
in with
said
that
his
fucking
name's
horn.
Ray Gun.
That was very. That was
You know,
very
it's a Ray
timely.
Gun store.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know.
Was that his real name before this story?
No,
Oh, I was like, holy shit, that's
his
fucking weird.
name's CJ.
CJ? Yeah.
I told him to listen to the podcast and call in. Whatever.
he listens
be that
every
guy.
week. He's supposed to come in.
I wanted
at
him
some
to be
point.
that guy, and it would have been great. But like,
Yeah, yeah.
it was just hilarious. I don't know. He says his name's Ray, and he owns a Ray Gun store.
Ray from the Ray Gun store. All right. Do we want to talk about any news that's going on this week, Rob?
Do you know anything about Amber Heard, Andy? Do you know anything
Yes.
about that? Well,
Yes.
what do you think about that? What's your opinion on the whole situation?
I mean, Johnny Depp is. He's not the best guy, I guess, but it's like, here's what happens with these. They're celebrities,
So
so
you think-
money's involved. Fucking the guy's drinking every bottle
yeah.
in the history of the world of wine, he says, and then, she's fucking nuts too. I mean, when you have this much money, there's gonna be so much. If I'm ever rich and famous that big, and I have money, I'm gonna be fucking doing drugs, drinking. Like the girl I'm with is probably gonna be younger,
Right.
and she's gonna be fucking
You're gonna get me too.
beating me up.
Yeah, that's when
like
you'll get
5
canceled.
years younger.
That's when you get canceled. You only get canceled when you've made it.
Well, I'm just saying, like, because
Rob, do you have that article? Can you
well,
read
she's younger than
exactly
him.
what happened again? Do you have that?
No, well, first of all, there's a couple things. Did you know that she shit or one of them?
I have the picture here for when we get.
Oh
to
yeah.
it.
All right. Oh, okay. So there's a couple things. First of all, like that you probably like. I'm surprised that you don't know about it because I would think you would keep up with this stuff. But like, I think he's innocent. Like you think that he beat her or no?
No. I think they're just at the end of like fucking this relationship where like
Yeah, the
she
relationship
has so
is
much
timed
animosity
out.
for his. It's timed out now. She's just being. She probably didn't think this shit was going to be that bad, and then
Right.
he's fucking doing shit. You know, it's like I don't think
It's
anything.
over. It's over.
Yeah,
I think it's over.
They're definitely both not angels, and I think
Yeah.
that he was probably just a horrible husband. I mean, I don't know for sure, but anyway, there's a couple things that happened in their relationship that I thought was interesting. Do you know about the whole shitting?
Yeah, what was going on with that? I did hear that.
So what happened was on April 21st, 2016, it was her birthday the night before, and the next day the maids came over, and one of the maids found a piece of shit in his bed.
This was 5 years ago, and we're still talking about it.
Yeah. This is no, but like, so she found like basically one of them like thought it was funny to shit in the bed. It's either Amber Heard shit. Do you see the
All
picture?
right. Yeah, we have a picture here. Hold on.
He's either
There it is. There's the picture.
I love.
Now, how did we not know that this is a dog?
Yeah, no, because it was too big. The housekeeper.
I don't know. I've seen some big ass. I've seen some big shit.
That's the all right. I'm pulling it off. It's disgusting.
No, because the dogs are really small. So like,
Oh, they're dogs. Yeah.
their dogs are really small. So that's not that's
People do
human
shit the bed too if they're like.
Yeah, but when
drunk
you're
or
when you're
whatever.
kind of done with somebody too, you're kind of like everything. Just the sight of you makes me want to fucking kill you.
But I don't understand how like if I'm married, but like if I'm in a relationship where it gets to the point of like this is so bad, I'm gonna go shit in the bed and leave it there or whatever. I don't know. Like
Well, there's got to be some manipulation mind shit going on between them, like
Yeah.
these little games they're doing.
like
It's
get out. Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's the thing. I don't know why people just don't walk.
Right. I mean,
know?
yeah, he's gonna lose half his Pirates of the Caribbean money.
Caribbean.
But also, who gives a shit? Like he's worth so much money. It's
I
like
know.
Yeah, but he lost a lot of his money. I mean, he lost his
So
island.
he does another pirate movie. Whatever.
No, but they don't want him anymore. He just lost his job.
But isn't that
He
weird?
was
I know that. I know they got lawyers and agents and all that stuff. You got to give money to, but it's almost like, dude, I'm living on fucking bullshit right now. It's like
Yeah.
if I had $1 million,
Downgrade your life.
No,
Yeah,
well,
downgrade your
Andy,
life.
but his life he's been canceled in the sense that like that movie that he was in where like it was the Harry Potter thing, like it was a trilogy. He's already been like taken off the movie. Someone else has replaced him because of all these allegations.
Well, I think
that
maybe
she's saying
yeah.
she's saying that he beat her, and then like there's proof that like the next day or mere days later, like she said
Did he say that she beat him too? Wasn't there like a thing?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
she attacked him. I believe that, but she said that like she had two black eyes, a broken nose, busted lip.
I mean, the worst
this and
that could happen for Johnny Depp
bruises
is
all
that-
over her body, arm,
Yeah.
and then there's pictures of her on an inner tube with Johnny Depp and someone else in the middle, and they're like on some like trip in Mexico, and they're having.
But
a
these
great
are
time.
these are those things with the judge is like they're
Right.
in and out so much. He's like, Jesus fucking
It's
Christ.
like the worst
Do
thing.
it yourself.
The worst
here,
thing
you know?
that can happen. He does a 21 Jump Street reboot with Richard Grieco.
and
like,
no,
you know
that
what?
is the worst thing.
No, but like I feel like that people would embrace that, and he could probably get a good with Netflix and all these fucking things
it's
coming
so
back.
weird how
it's
these
like,
careers-
he
Or
can make a lot of money.
Tarantino brings him back or something like that, makes a movie and puts him as the
Sure,
lead.
yeah.
Because I think his career is kind of ruined right now. He really can't do anything. I think it's a lot of bullshit because everyone's
Well,
just,
with Hollywood, people, they say there's a comeback. Everyone fucking forgets, and it's like,
Save your money. That's all I'm
I
saying.
don't think people are forgetting right now though. That's what I'm like. That's the way I
well, I
see
don't know.
it.
I mean, I don't know. Fuck, who knows? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, well, I think he's gonna be fine. I think he's worked enough where he's gonna be fine.
I
That's all.
guess.
Come on.
yeah, I mean, maybe not career, but like he's fine money wise.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. I've been hearing that he's back. I mean, he lost an island. He's losing
Oh,
a lot
my
of money.
God.
Well, Nicolas Cage too. Remember, he lost
Yeah,
Nicolas Island?
exactly.
Nicolas
He's been
Cage.
fucked.
Well, but Nicolas Cage works nonstop. I mean, he's got a movie coming out every other week on.
Yeah, he's got horrible movies
on
coming
YouTube
out.
or
Well, wasn't that a thing too, where like Russell Crowe was going under and he was started selling shit and he sold that dinosaur to, or no, he bought it from Leo, or Leo bought it from him.
a dinosaur.
A dinosaur, like a fucking a head of like a T-Rex.
See, that's where you start going nuts.
and
Like,
he bought it in the heyday of his shit, and like he was going under. So Leo came at a party. He's like, "I'll buy that off you," and he's like, "Take it."
That's where it starts. That's where it starts going crazy. I feel like because like when you start buying, like, Nick Cage bought like some kind of like dinosaur. Or,
Yeah, they all
Oh,
bought.
he bought a lot
Because he
of
was
shit.
It's like when you start buying dinosaur, bones or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like it's
Well,
like
that's what the celebs were doing because he was on Howard Stern.
Right.
Russell Crowe talking about like
Nick
I
Cage
bought a
had
lot of dumb shit.
castles and shit. It's like you better fucking like think about this shit. Like why don't you hire a financial advisor first?
Well, I
and then
mean, it's
figure that
well,
shit
it's,
Well,
it's
yeah,
fucking
he
coming
had
in fast.
castles. That's right. He bought the Presleys because he was so into Elvis Presley. Then he bought I think he owns the first Superman comic book because he wanted that Superman. role.
Here's a good question. Okay,
Narcissism.
so like, if you like tomorrow, if you got offered like, hey, you're gonna be in the new Judd Apatow movie, and you're gonna make
Yeah.
you're gonna make $15 million for starring in it or whatever, like, and then there's like another picture that comes after that. There's like 2 or 3 more. You're suddenly loaded. What do you go spend the money on? Do you go nuts? Do you be responsible after hearing these celebrities go through these kind of things?
No, it's a sickness. It's like
Yeah.
because you started a lot of these fucking.
I mean,
stars
Rob, you
that-
might be able to relate because you just won on the.
They've
Price is
started young though, right? I think if you make it late in life, you kind of go with your money. But these guys
Exactly.
they've been famous since they've been 16.
That's right.
And
It's
that-
a
and
different
that's,
thing.
And
yeah.
that's exactly the key. What he just said right now is like the fact that these people, when they become famous, they're usually young. So then that's when they start
Right.
fucking up so much. So that's why like people like Steve Carell or I can't name anybody else, but
they're
other
smart
people,
with their
when they make
money
it, when
because
they-
they've lived.
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
lived.
Ricky Gervais.
They've lived their life. It's like they don't need. It's like it also comes into probably everyone. Obviously, everyone's gonna be different. Like if you're single and you're still like going around doing. You might buy a castle.
And if I make it tomorrow, I won't be an asshole.
yeah.
I don't know. Would you be an asshole with your money, Andy?
Not with my
even
money,
now?
but not with my money. But
You
I would get some motherfuckers though.
Yeah.
Mike, you hear that? He's coming for you.
No, like these people in this town after all these years, like.
Oh, really?
motherfucker.
Let's
No, okay.
Judd
any
Apatow.
more-
You think that joke's funny, huh?
Any more asshole
And also,
stories?
and with that shit, I don't know. Like, just watch it. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Who knows?
You got some
It
LA.
was very close.
Right.
You got some LA asshole stories or anything like that?
Fuck,
Like
dude.
one-
I mean, so many. What?
Just a quick one.
That's a fucking haha. Let's see.
Everything starts at the ha-ha, I feel like.
A lot of comics.
I mean, a lot
because
of
I was a
comics
bartender
start
too.
there.
I was a bartender too. Like a lot of comics.
Right.
Like,
That's
I
how
can do a list of comics that don't tip and they're notorious for it, and they talk
That's
shit
how I
to you.
met.
Yeah.
That's how I met Andy, and it was like he was the bartender there, and yeah, he was one of the cool bartenders. Remember the other guy, the Latino one that I would see.
That is interesting. So comics wouldn't tip you at the. as a
No,
bartender.
the famous ones.
No, the famous ones would.
No,
But like
everyone's fucking cool as fuck.
An
you
open
know.
micer would.
If you were mid level or like coming up, like and you were
Right.
broke, you would tip, and it's like, and it's not a big thing either.
buck,
Like,
$2
you don't have to- Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
have to tip me, but it's like the big time dudes would come in and they just be like, yo, dude, get this for her. They'd always bring a girl in, and they'd walk, and then the owners I'd be like, what the fuck? Or they'd have this big tab, and
Aren't they getting free drinks to
but
begin
the
with?
owners would say, she's like, yeah, they don't tip. They're notorious.
But
I'm like,
wouldn't they get free drinks from the club anyway? And then they should.
not there.
not there.
Wow.
Sometimes
I
char-
stand corrected.
Sometimes
Sorry.
charge them double.
I mean, wow. All right.
I fucking love LA. I live.
No, I love
This
it.
is my home.
love it.
It's, everyone's fucking cool here.
Yeah.
It's just you get some people that like backdoor you, and it's like not even just comedy, like just all over, like
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
This
dude. It's like-
industry is like
it's
that.
It's the industry, dude.
Right.
Yeah,
It's Hollywood.
and it's known for that. So
Yeah. So come on down. See if you come on down to Hollywood. See if
Come
you
on
can,
down
see
to
if you can
Hollywood.
make it here.
if you're a fucking asshole,
survive.
We haven't. So see if you can. Joking.
What is up with the voice that you're doing, like Fog Hat Leghorn?
Hey, I say.
No, that was not good.
I don't know. We did. We covered the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, we
weeks
did.
ago.
That's it.
my head Looney Tune boxers. There you go.
Oh, they,
You were
that is all
tiny
right. So
whiteys.
that is interesting. Yeah, like I remember going to buy boxers and it was like, yeah, Looney Tunes, like
Rocky
something,
and Bullwinkle had-
something like, wow, like look at this.
They had
It's
limes,
like,
tequila
no
and
one's
limes
gonna
on 'em.
see this except me and my mother who's washing.
I had
them.
ones that
It's
said,
like-
yeah. I had ones that had the lime on it, and the shot glass said, "Lick 'em, suck 'em, shuck 'em, suck 'em."
And your
'Cause it's
mom
tequila.
would wash them?
wow.
My mom was so like, fucking just so
Your mom
naive.
partied?
But also the one time I remember growing up, we had a healthy neglect, and I remember when I was probably fucking 6 years old, Friday Night Videos was on Channel 5, and I would record it because I had to go to bed, and we were watching the living room, all us kids from the neighborhood, and it was the countdown, and Motley Crue's Girls, Girls, Girls was like number 3, and she walks in right when it's playing, she was like, "This is degrading to women, like what are you," took the fucking tape out and like took it from us, and I was like, "It's a video." Because that video was all strippers.
Girls,
and like,
girls.
And I went one more. I remember
Yeah.
that she, I remember, I don't know where I got this poster. You can even look it up on Google. It's called Hard as Nails at Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah,
and we used to steal from the mall. Kids are shitty.
Right.
And I remember at Spencer's, you would take the roll and I put it in my fucking pants or whatever. And it was this thing with, there was a girl on all fours and there was nails all over. And she was like looking this blonde. And I remember it said Hard as Nails. And I remember putting it up in my room. And my mom, like, I was so proud, like, yeah, I'm a man. You know, like, probably like sixth grade. And my mom came and just goes, what the fuck is this? And like ripped it all down. This is degrading the women. I'm like, no,
yeah, this is my room.
Oh my
Get
God. Fucking Gail, man.
Oh my God, that is funny. Rob, are you still looking for the image?
I was looking for Spencer's gift.
No, put
Rob, do you know what Spencer's
Put
Gift?
poster Hard as Nails.
Did they have Spencer's Gifts here in LA? Growing up, Rob, did you go to one of those?
No, never.
No, that was like, I mean, in New Jersey, we definitely had Spencer's Gifts. I don't know if they were out here. It's interesting.
Girl Hard as Nails poster.
You
All
find it,
right,
Rob?
hold on. Just keep talking,
All
guys.
right, we'll keep talking.
Well, that was the whole thing. We had Spencer's, and Spencer's was great because I had friends that worked there in high school,
Yeah.
and we would steal so much shit, and it was great for Halloween because they always had the masks.
Yeah,
Just a wall full of
I
masks.
remember going in there as like, yeah.
I remember that post.
That's it.
Let me see.
That's it.
Let me see. Turn around.
Wait, first of all, turn.
Oh, okay. There, yeah.
So look it up. Put Hard as Nails girl poster
Nails. There
in
you go.
Google, and it'll come up.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's,
I might get. I might. I might.
After that.
You didn't really whack off.
Maybe I'll order that.
You would whack off out of TV, and you would whack off to like Channel 99 with the scrambled and the sound.
Oh, that's a whole other thing.
And it's a cliche joke, but everyone did.
Yeah.
It's not a cliche joke because everyone did it. It's
Yeah.
like it's the truth, and it's like it's.
You
funny.
imagine trying to do that.
No one in this, like, no millennial will ever understand.
I say, imagine trying to do that bit like to like a room full of 20-year-olds.
Well, that's the bad thing about getting older in comedy, where it's like, especially since the last 10 years, like the game has changed so much with
Right.
just your audience, where it's like you almost can't even do like remember when shit because you have these kids in the front row going like, first of all, we don't give a fuck.
Right.
All we want to see is a celebrity because that's all we care about now.
Like even if they
And
watch,
it's like, get off.
even,
You know,
if they,
it's like,
even if they watch like the opening was it the opening scene of American Pie? Remember that? Like,
Yeah.
It's like they're like, what is this? I don't understand. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like,
ridiculous.
why is the TV fucked up? Like,
yeah, and they did it on American Pie. Yeah, remember
this is a movie. They can't even get it right. Like,
And the
what's
guys that
going on?
wrote that are our age.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they are. Yeah,
and that fucking sucks.
and that's a classic.
It is a classic, and I think that like when we watched porn when we were younger, like we would have to go to like rent
Oh my
it, like
God,
rent it at a store, like it had like the swivel,
Yeah.
fucking saloon door, fucking walk in, and you
What,
had to like,
the arcades?
yeah.
Rob lived in the big city, so he'd be going to these fucking jerk off joints in the back of fucking Pleasure Chest.
I'm talking about the one like even in audio video off of Lancashire. They used to have that porn.
Oh,
like,
Odyssey
the
video.
Oh, yeah, Odyssey, yeah. It goes right by the ha-ha.
They had the swinging doors, and you would like go in there, and it was awkward.
Here's a short film idea. This is what I want to do. All right. This is
Odyssey video, I forgot about that, dude.
here's a short.
Right next to the ha-ha.
Remember, it was all porn outside.
yeah.
99-cent porn. Buy
Yeah.
2 DVDs.
Right.
Well, it was VHS at first, and then
And
it
I
was like,
remember it was huge, and then they cut that store in half, like maybe like
Yeah, because
15
they were-
years, 10 years
because
ago, or whatever.
it was
but
obsolete.
I went in there when they had cut it in half because I was living in the valley at the time, and they still had the adult section, and like the regular movie section was like this big.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like-
Yeah, because no one needed
What
it
is it
anymore.
now? It's a bar now? Or
I
what
don't
is
know
it?
what it is.
I don't know. I have not driven by it in a long time.
Yeah, I don't remember what they turned it into.
That's like the worst intersection in fucking LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lancashire and
the
Camarillo.
five
Oh, yeah,
points.
yeah.
It's
Five
the
points.
That's
five
one of the
points.
worst.
You just
Yep.
sit there.
That's
That was the place that we used to go. That's how long ago we were doing comedy. Was we would have VHS still, and we would have to get like a 5-minute from that place.
That was what. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember getting a VHS tape
Yeah.
for 10.
I remember
15
one of my
bucks,
oldest
whatever it
bits was the 99-cent store bit, and I would say it was like it was like the food that went straight to video, and I remember having to change it to DVD because people weren't laughing at video. Can you believe that shit? That was like the middle of the.
See, that's what's.
You know.
I was walking on Venice boardwalk like this week, and the guys that the artists, the music artists, are still handing out CDs. Like,
Yeah, you
they're
gotta
still
up
like
that.
it's me.
I wouldn't even know how to play.
No,
it.
but like I'm walking a dog over there, and they're like literally like, here you go, man, here you go. And I'm like, no, all right. He's like, no, it's me on this, and I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, I don't have a CD player.
Yeah, I
like
don't-
that's
I
the
don't
equivalent of me like taking my comedy reel or acting reel on a VHS and being like, hey,
Yeah, I don't
hey,
even,
here.
I don't even have a DVD because I got a new Mac
Exactly.
and they don't have the things in it now.
like they need to figure hand out USB drives or some shit. I don't
Yeah.
know, like.
Which they're probably not that expensive.
No, it's probably cheaper or something. It fathoms
Which
me
would be
like,
very
that they have not
Empire
figured that
State.
out yet. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Or it'd be very Empire of the State where like, here's a flash drive. You're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this?
A flash.
But they don't get it. It's like, you hand that to me, I'm going to throw it out. You know, like I'll take it, but I'm throwing it out.
Yeah, I don't. I just got all my screeners from SAG, and I'm like,
Same thing. Yeah.
But it's all shit that I can fucking SAG. I fucking hate you. It's all shit that I can fucking download that I'm already paying for. It used to be a privilege to be part of SAG.
Someone has a little
shit.
Someone has a little bitter jadedness from SAG.
We went on a rant a couple weeks ago about that. Yeah.
Wait, give me shit. You're a fucking asshole.
Hey, fuck off, man. You want to fight? I'll fucking put Tabasco sauce on your
Rob
face.
versus SAG. That's the fight.
Pepper gas.
Rob versus SAG representative. That's the
I'll
fight.
throw you down a fucking hill.
Yeah, it's like Logan
Sledding.
Paul and whatever, and then it's like Rob against a SAG guy.
Yeah.
Logan Paul.
And he throws the DVD screeners at you and tries to kill you.
No, fuck SAG. That's all I'm saying. That doesn't matter. Whatever. I paid my dues. Fuck you.
I didn't pay.
Literally.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think we're winding down. Yeah.
this has been really fun.
Yeah, it was great, guys.
Andy, you really put yourself out there today by coming on and telling
Could have ruined my career? Maybe not.
telling your finest a-hole stories on the Asshole Podcast. So I appreciate that.
I guess no one's invited to the haha. No, because if they watch this and they get mad, it's like I'll be like, dude, we didn't say anything bad.
I don't think they're gonna watch it.
Yeah,
What was
they're
that Tupac bit that someone just put that fucking meme up? It was great, my friend.
Oh, hit him up.
It was no, it was about Tupac said this thing,
Tupac?
but she my friend posted it where it's like a great thing about
Okay, thanks for breaking.
it was about being fake. Like it's the best to be like to be real.
Yeah.
Like we hate when people are real, but then we love when people are fake. Something like that where it's like everyone in the fucking media is fake. All these Kardashians, everyone's fake. We love them, but when someone's real, like, bye.
Yeah.
That's true.
That makes sense. All right. Well, Andy, the way we end the show usually is
Take my dick out? No.
You take your dick out, and
It's already out,
Rob
though.
smacks it with a beer bottle.
I put some Tabasco sauce on it, and I'm just like, yeah, enjoy it, Andy.
Exactly. You just state your name and say that I'm an asshole.
Hi, I'm Andy Kozel, and I'm an asshole.
There you go, folks. Andy Kozel, and he is an asshole, but he came on the show and redeemed himself today, so we thank you for that. And this has been real fun. Let me make sure everyone follows us on the on Apple Podcasts at A-Hole Podcast on social media. Join us on Clubhouse. There's a new comedy podcast club on Clubhouse that's going to be ramping up. So if you do like comedy podcasts, that's the place to join us, and follow me on at Doug Bass on Clubhouse. Are you on Clubhouse?
I am a Clubhouse.
What's your name on Clubhouse?
I think it's Roberto.
You don't even know.
Roberto Darocha. I don't even use Clubhouse.
I know, but it's like the new thing.
I know.
You gotta get into it.
Everybody has to join
Andy,
Clubhouse.
are you on Clubhouse?
No, but everyone asked me. I got to get on.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you just start a room and just talk?
Yeah. I mean, it's literally like podcasting, but people don't record it, and then it's.
But isn't that kind of shitty when you can't? Because you can't record it?
I think it is because there's a lot of cool stuff happening on there.
You're lost forever.
And then it's lost forever. But there, I can record on here with my board and stuff. So I think we're gonna start like recording, like trying to record podcasts on there. You just have to let everyone know, like, hey, this is recording, because random people pop in and then they're like, oh, I'm being recorded, and you don't want them to say something.
True. Well, thank you.
Dick might be out too. So
well, it's all audio, so you can't see the dick.
Oh, you can't see the dick. Okay.
Yeah, you can't see the dick. So yeah, everyone could be naked jerking
That's
off
Dick
in
House.
there. I don't know. Dick House.
Or is it a
Start that app.
That sounds like a grinder app.
No, that's fucking production company.
All right. Well, this has been a fun show. My name's Doug Bass. Rob Darocha's here.
All right. See you later, assholes.
Andy Kozel. We'll see you next
Bye,
time.
guys.
Subscribe to us.
Keep fucking listening and
Keep following.
So
keep
drunk.
listening. And
So drunk.
thank you for the support. We'll see you next time. But
fuck you guys.
don't be an asshole. But if you are, laugh about it. Bye.
You've been listening to I'm an Asshole with Doug Bass. Please subscribe to us on all streaming platforms. Have a good asshole story? Email us at doug@dougbasscomedy.com. We'll see you next time.